Good afternoon. This is Dr. David A. Paget. This is Urban Geography 4850. Today is May 11th, 2021. This is the third segment for today's class, and we will be focusing upon the assignment, the food desert mapping assignment. So we just did a food desert crash course, a couple of presentations, and so you have plenty of research materials on urban food deserts here, some videos. I think one of these is a food desert, yeah, the HBCU Wellness Project that features Tennessee State University students and yours truly, and a couple others. There's one I wish I could include in here. I'll talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it now. I'll talk about it later. But there's a movie called Fast Food. Fast Food. No, Soul Food Junkies. I'm sorry. It's called Soul Food Junkies. Really, really good movie. I think it's on. It might be on YouTube. I'll check it. But anyway, we'll look at that if we have any more time. But we need to get to this. So let's get right to the assignment. So you can either follow along or watch the recording later, but here is the urban food deserts mapping assignment. Oh, those are the research materials. The assignment itself is here. Okay, and here, and here's the assignment. And so I'm going to walk through this with you all. Some of it, well, not all of it, but some of it. So here's the assignment. Now, the first part, if you already have an ArcGIS public account, you can not bother with this. You should have one by now. So that's just setting up that ArcGIS public account. So the next step is going to be a hands-on mapping step. Oh, question in it. Yeah, Carrington, what do you have a question?
Yes, I was wondering if did you go like make our accounts like give us a T to so where we can access everything?
No, I have not. If you just send me a reminder,
Okay.
like either through text or email, just remind me again, and then I'll do it today or tonight. But everything that you don't need that access to do any of the assignments. You can do all the assignments with just a regular free account. But yeah, but I do want to give you the upgrade. But just remind me, anybody, if you sent me an email, just send another one. Just kind of got lost in the sauce there. Okay, so the first step is to just take out just a plain sheet of paper and do what we call mental mapping. You don't have to go out and walk unless you want to. Just take a blank map, and within about a 1 mile radius of your home, if you don't know what a 1 mile radius of your home is, you can actually use ArcGIS Online to determine that. So if you go to ArcGIS Online and sign in, and then go to map. Okay, so I'm going to use my old neighborhood. I'm not going to use where I live now. Brentwood, that would be boring. Okay, so let's see. See Nashville Metro Center. Okay, so that's close enough to where I used to live. So let's say I'm going to use the Millennium Maxwell House Hotel as my centroid. Change the base map here. So I'm going to use that as my centroid. And then you can simply use the measure tool. So the measure tool is here. Change this to miles. Whoops, got to change it to measure. It's already on miles. And then you can just go to, let's see, where was I? Here's the hotel. So click here. And so, wow, I should zoom out probably. So let's see. So this is about approximately 1 mile radius. And I used to live really close to that hotel. Yeah, so 1 mile radius about there. So you can maybe do this first just to give you an idea of what is within a mile radius. And then once you have, just a rough idea of what a 1 mile radius around your home is, then perhaps you can go to Google Maps and kind of go back and forth. So, once you get to within a 1 mile radius of your home, so there's Millennium Maxwell House Hotel. The next step is to take a blank sheet of paper and just from your general knowledge or just using the map, make a map of food resources. It doesn't have to be an extensive map. And it can be anything, any kind of place that sells food. So they got Chick-fil-A here, but really focus on grocery stores. There's Slim and Husky's Pizza. I think I use Slim and Husky's as a example. So there's a note, and on Google Maps, you have the food places symbolized, the knife and fork. Of course, here is where the Monroe Street Kroger is right here. So just make note of places, Germantown Pub, any place that sells food. You should really focus upon markets, supermarkets, convenience stores. If there's a farmer's market near you, even if it's a pop-up, it doesn't have to be on this Google map. I'm just using this Google map as a way of then just sketch a just sketch a simple map. I think in one of the examples, let's see, let me just stop right here. No, I'm gonna put it there. What did I do with it? Okay, I'm going to pause recording for a moment. Okay, after you've drawn your sketch, then you will use Google Maps to complete your the table, the spreadsheet that's included with the assignments. Here's the spreadsheet. So from the example here, let's say we have Slim and Husky's. And then food asset type, you might, and you might have different types of, you might have restaurant, sit down restaurant, just the location. Now the location is the physical address, or if there's not, if it's like a place where you let's say if it's a fruit stand in your neighborhood that's on a corner somewhere, just the location would be the cross street. So it's at 10th and Buchanan, or it's at, so that would be the cross street. But here we do have the actual address. You don't have to have the full address. Like, well, yeah, I guess maybe you do. Ordinarily, we wouldn't, because we'd all be in Nashville, but I know you all might be someplace else. Now for latitude and longitude, as you can see here, I've shown you how to do this before. I'll show you again. You just drop a pin near the asset, and then you'll get, let's see, that's 36.180329. And then the longitude. Now I'll do one free form, minus 86, 802, 652, 802, 652. And then any notes, you might, note might be Black owned business, or locally owned business, or whatever you want to put here as a note. Let's see. So let's say for me, my second place would be, I think I'm within a mile of the, excuse me, it's Slim Huskies. Well, the Southern V, I think the Southern V is like a vegan. I think it's a it's a vegan restaurant. So so that one, I mean, it's healthy. So that's healthy. I'm not vegan. But so we'll drop a pin there. I didn't drop that pin the right way. You want to get close, but not too close. Come on, I hate when this does this. There we go. Anyway, man, it's being stubborn.
Hey, Dr. Padgett.
Yes. Yes.
When I was trying to drop a pin for the individual term paper, how do you drop in the pins? Like, are you just tapping? Are you just like clicking?
Yeah, you have to kind of maybe hold it a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, and then it's sometimes if you just hold it a little bit, it'll come up. Okay, so here is second one for me is the Southern V. And just get maybe about, just get about 10 of these. You don't have to get like 50 or so. Again, that's a restaurant, and the address is, what is the address? 1200 Buchanan Street, or Buchanan, depending upon who you ask. Oops. Yeah, ordinarily I would not put the full. This is not really the correct way. I mean, but we're not going to avoid. We're not doing a hardcore GIS right now. So just put the whole address in there. Then the latitude, longitude. Oh man, I moved my pen. Darn it. You just got to touch it just right. Come on. All right, there we go. 36.180.308. Latitude, and then longitude is negative 86, 806-851, 806-851, 806, 806-851. And in my notes, this is not only is it Black owned, but it's vegan. So that's something worth noting. You know. And so you just, again, you know, like just populate the spread. These are the same locations that are on your sketch. So you just transfer what's on your sketch to this, to the spreadsheet. I'm going to do a couple more. Let's see. I might be getting a little bit. Let's see, where is Save-A-Lot is right. Where's that Save-A-Lot? Okay, there's Cumberland View. There's a police department. Save-A-Lot should be right. Oh. There's a Save-A-Lot. And this might be a little farther than a mile away, but you know, and when I say a mile, you know, it doesn't have to be exact, but kind of, you know, you just have get an idea. So let's see, you got Save-A-Lot. I think I'll get 5 of these. And then I would call Save-A-Lot a supermarket. That's my categorization. And then the address is 2400 Clarksville Pike. And so you might ask, well, why is it important that we distinguish between locally and Black-owned businesses versus chains? You know, it's those smaller businesses and locally owned businesses that really sustain neighborhoods. You know, oftentimes when chains come in, they wipe out the neighborhood businesses. I can give you one case specifically. Years ago, we were trying to recruit a major food retailer to come to the North Nashville Food Desert, which is the one over near Tennessee State and Fisk in Meharry. But the people in the neighborhood pushed back because if, for example, one of these corner markets has been in these neighborhoods for a long time, and some of them have been there for a long time, and maybe a woman's mother shopped there, took her there when she was a little girl. Now she's grown, she's taken her daughter to that same store that's owned by that same family. Now, if the store owner knows your family, and let's say it's a week where you're short a few dollars, right? And think about the neighborhoods that we're talking about here. That could happen. You can get to the grocery store, you need food, you need this, you need that. You don't have any money, or maybe have maybe half. If it's the neighborhood store where your mama shopped, now you're shopping, and you go in and you Miss Jenkins' daughter. Oh, okay, well, you know, Mr. Sir, you know, I don't have it right now. Can I put it on credit? Can I get this food and come back and pay you? You know me, you know my family. Okay, you just come back and pay me when you got the money. So you can do that at the little neighborhood store where the people know you, you know their family. You can't do that at Kroger. If you do that at Kroger, they're gonna call security, right? So a lot of people they didn't want the big chain, they didn't want the Walmart coming, they didn't want even Dollar General market. They didn't want anything like that coming into their neighborhood because they knew it would kill off the stores that they were used to shopping. So not all of these small markets are bad. A lot of them are really good, but they're small. Also, if you live in South Nashville, that same neighborhood where the food desert I identified in Antioch, that area where there's a lot of international people, at first glance, those communities might seem as if they're food deserts, right? Because the health department has separate categories for supermarkets versus international markets, like Patel Brothers or KNS, right? So, but if you ever go into KNS or Patel Brothers, you can get everything in there. You can get at Kroger and more stuff, right? So these international markets essentially are mitigative strategies for food deserts. So that will be worth pointing out. You know, the KNS is an international market. That might be what you put there. As a matter of fact, there used to be an international market in the farmers market near where I used to live, but I think it went out of business even before COVID. So yeah, like I don't know what's this little pantry that could. I think this is yeah. So there's another. I didn't even know that was there. Let me finish with Save a Lot. We get the lat long for Save a Lot. Okay, it's 36-185-595. And longitude is minus 86, 816-514, 816. No, I forgot already. 816-541. And for Save a Lot, I would say chain supermarket for moderate income households. So just make some notes for this. So I found this other place just now. I didn't even know, a little pantry that could. What's that? Don't know what this is. Oh, it's got a little link here.
It's like I volunteered there before. People come and they collect like groceries and stuff for the people in the neighborhood, and they stand in the line and they go through and you can pick certain amounts of each type of grocery, and they give you in a little box and then they send you on your way.
Is it affiliated with Meharry? Is it?
No, I think they just operate on their own.
Okay, I see. You never know what you're gonna find.
It's back there behind the school, well, the campus apartments. Once you cross over the railroads, you take a right at that light going towards Clarksville Pike.
Just trying to get, okay, there's Cumberland View. Okay, okay, I see. It's on 24. Oh, wait a minute. Is that? Let's see, where's Magruder? I never knew that was over there. But that would, so we're definitely gonna, say, let's see this. Yeah, so that's the little pantry that could see. So they don't sell food there. It's yeah, it's a food pantry. And let's see, address is 1200, 2000. Can I skip this? 2011 24th Avenue North. Let's see, my old neighborhood is a lot more interesting than where I live now.
Do you need the longitude and latitude for that one too, or no?
Yeah, I'm just saving the spreadsheet. Yeah, every site you need to have that long. Just here, get as close as I can. Oh, come on, it's like playing a video game. All right, where'd it go? Where'd it go? There's Magruder. Okay, yeah, it's kind of close to Magruder.
So does Google Maps show you that mile radius, or do you just gotta flip back and forth?
Yeah, you have to go into the mile radius you would get using ArcGIS Online, and then just approximate. I think that, let me see if I go back here. Let's see, mile radius. Yeah, see, I'm getting right on the right. Yeah, I guess it's within. That's close. It's a little over. No, wait, it's within a mile. It's within a mile. Yeah, it's here. Very close. I mean, it's not right spot on 1 mile, but it's in there. It's in there. Or at least from where I am. But if it's a 1.1 mile, it's fine. But no, yeah, Google Maps doesn't have that functionality. Let's see. So I've got 36. Let's scoop that. Let's see if it's going to blow up. All right, then we get the longitude. God. Oh. Guess that's close enough. Then in notes here, I'd probably actually put the let's put the website. In the notes section. And I'll get one more. Saw something else that looked interesting. This Sam's Market. Yeah, see, this is one of those. Now this would be. You got a website? Yeah, that's about it. So we got a link. Anyway, so Sam's Market, but see, so Sam's Market, I would categorize Sam's Market as there's various names you give it. I would call it, I wouldn't call it a convenience store. I would call it a corner market or a neighborhood market. Maybe a neighbor, that sounds better, neighborhood market instead of corner market. And let's see, what's that address? Man, geez, I just can't. 2012 Clarksville Pike. Let's see what happens. I need the zip code in there. And oh, okay, 36, 183, 184. And then longitude, I think I can scoop it. Oops, need a negative sign, need that minus sign. Okay, so then, get about 10 sites, fill out the 10 lines on the spreadsheet. Let's see, I've got this thing up here, Sam's Market. I'll just get the website just for what it's worth. Okay, so I've got 5, you get 10. And once you get your, let's see, let me read the instructions. Okay, so yeah, so there are the instructions. We just did 8 till you get to 10. Oh, so format the latitude and longitude as numbers field. So all that means is that you go here, right click, format cells, make sure they're number and that there are at least 5 places behind the decimal. That way the sheet is properly formatted so you won't have anything go wrong. Then of course, okay, so now we've got, so the next step is to save your spreadsheet as a CSV file. So you go here, file, save as, and I'm going to save it as a CSV comma delimited file. There, save. You're going to get a whole lot of error messages. Don't worry about that. Just keep hitting yes. Then when you close the yes, save, yes, yes. Okay, so now it's saved. Don't panic when you see all those messages. What's happening is when the file goes from Excel to CVS or CSV, CSV file is a 1-sheet file, whereas Excel obviously has multiple sheets. That's all that's going on there. Then you go back to your ArcGIS Online account here and go to add layer from file, search for that here's the CSV file, click on it, open, import layer. Okay, and now let's see if I go to food asset and hit done. Go to the legend, and now I have my, might be easier to see if I change the base map just to the streets. And now you can see your various food assets. And you've made your first, maybe not your first, Could be some of your first ArcGIS Online maps with your food assets on the map, or save the map. Online Geog 4850 food asset mapping demo. Add tag. I'll tag it Tennessee State University, save map. And there you have it. Your own food asset map. Then, of course, the next thing is you have some questions to answer. You can also change the, go into content, click on these little symbols, and you can change it either from food asset to food asset type. So let's say you were trying to find all the food pantries in your community. Wait a minute, something's. Okay, how come only 40 is showing up? Oh, no. It's probably more than one restaurant. That's right. So here you have, if you want to look at where are your restaurants, where are all of the food pantries, where are all the supermarkets. So if you wanted to look at what type of food asset you have in the community, then you can designate them by type. So have X number of restaurants, we have X number of neighborhood markets, we have X number of supermarkets, we have X number of convenience stores, we have X numbers of fast food places. And, you know, like a fast food restaurant, you know, some might see it as an asset and some might see it as a negative. It's not an asset. And when I do, you know, these types of workshops with communities, there's often a debate, because some people will say Burger King is, you know, it's the worst food in the world, it's poison. Then somebody else will say, well, my son works at Burger King. If that Burger King wasn't here, my son wouldn't have a job and he'd be out in the streets. So, you know, we can argue or debate over what is and what is not an asset. You know, so in some communities, some communities will agree all these fast foods are what we call undesirable land uses, or LULUs, locally undesirable land uses. And other communities might see that same fast food restaurant as an asset, employment opportunity. So that just comes through communicating and discussing things out and talking things out with community stakeholders. It's just part of the process. So after you have, let's see. So then you do a screen cap, paste your map here. So that'd be a second map you pasted. The first map would be the sketch. Take a picture of it, save it as a JPEG, paste it right there. Okay, so now we have our map. So you get your map, get the legend in there. I might want to change this back to food asset. And right now, don't worry about, if you really want to go hardcore, not hardcore, this is not hardcore, but if you really want to try to make your map look better, like if you want these symbols to be larger, just email me. We'll do a Zoom. I'll walk you through it, but it's not necessary for right now. Right now, I just want you to get something on the map. But you can make these symbols larger and easier to see. There's different base maps you can use. Let's see. say light gray canvas. Let's see, if you use a light gray canvas, you can see how much better your various markets stand out. You know, so that's just some mapping convention. Okay, so I'm going to hit print screen here. And you don't have to do this. You can just take this and just slap it right into your paper. But if you have a PC, then in a Microsoft platform, you should have this Paint. So I hit my print screen button, then hit paste. Then I'm going to zoom out here and I'm going to go with the select tool. I'm just going to get the part of the map that I want, which is this part. And I got to get the scale in there. I got to have the scale in there. Crop it. Now, if you really want, let me see. Well, this is fine. I was going to say you should also use this program to put your, let me see. If I was going to do this the right way, I'm going to say that. Okay, so if I was going to do this the correct way, I would include where I live. Okay, so I know that's right where I used to live. Let's see, where's Dominican? Okay, there's Dominican. Okay, got it. Okay. Okay, so we can do this a couple of ways. Like I said, hit print screen, boom, go to Paint, paste that in there.
Are you doing Control P? I don't know when you're doing print screen.
I just hit the print screen button on my keyboard.
Oh.
But if there's another way to do it, that's fine. So I'm going to crop the part of the map that includes where I live. Home, crop, view back to 100%. And then I can use some of the tools. Let's see, a star. I'll do a star. And I'll make it, oh, come on. I'll make it red so it stands out. Jeez, come on. And let's see, so this is right here is close enough to where I used to live. So put that there. And then, so now that's where I used to live. And I mean, you can, like I said, I'm trying not to get all too deep into cartography here. JPEG picture. I'll call this 50 food set map demo. Okay, now I've saved it. So I didn't get the. All right, I'm gonna try something. Nah, it's not gonna work either. I left the scale off, but don't worry about that. But we're just gonna assume that these are within a mile radius. Even though I should have kept the map scale on there, but I didn't do it. I'm not gonna flip out over it. There's a way I can put the scale on there. I'm not gonna do it now. So here's your map. And so now save it, boom. And so I'm gonna paste my map here. Okay, well, I'm gonna actually insert it. It's gonna be an insert. picture from file. So here it is, insert. So there's the map inserted into your paper. There it is. And then it says go to browse living atlas layer, type food into the search bar, and we're going to try to get the supermarket access layer. So the supermarket access layer is a layer that is indicative of food deserts. Add browse living atlas layers. Then I'm going to type food here. Search. And let's see, supermarket access layer. Yeah, that's the best one. I'm gonna click here. Hopefully the layer will come in, add to map. It worked. Okay, so what is the supermarket access layer? So as you can see from the legend, this is a really kind of neat layer. So what you have here is, and I'm gonna have to do a little, it's kind of washing out my point symbols, but you kind of know where they were, you know, keep an eye on them. Let me see, I could adjust the transparency of the layer. Maybe that'll help a little bit. Yeah, let's see how. Okay. Okay, so here are my 4 points, and then of course, that's 65. Oh wow. So okay, so in terms of the legend has people in poverty with low access. So notice there are a lot of those points that are people in poverty with low access versus people in poverty with high access. So the people in poverty with high access are kind of aligned with that Monroe Street Kroger. So I guess they're identifying high access as being within a said distance of this Kroger. And you see that the larger the circle, the larger the diameter of the circle, the higher the number. Then this yellow area are supermarkets within a 10-minute drive. So, and for some reason, Save-A-Lot isn't on here. So this is a good example of why sometimes either that or they don't classify Save-A-Lot as a supermarket. I don't know. Obviously that Sam's Market isn't on here, but I mean, when I say on here, it's not on the layer, but the layer comes from a shared source. So it's not necessarily someone who lives in Nashville who created that layer. So that's the issue I was telling you about with the USDA food desert map. Is it's a federally created map layer. And so because it's a federal layer, it's not going to necessarily have all the nuances that we find locally. So now you have this layer here, and you can see the various, this is a really neat layer. I mean, it's just, I like it. Maybe you don't care, but so this green area, it says that there's 2 supermarkets or 1 supermarket in this light green area. You can see the supermarket, which is the S. And then, of course, the rest of the area clearly is a place that has maybe a market within a 10-minute drive. Then of course, if it's completely white, then something is just bothering me about this. When I change the transparency, it just doesn't look right. What the hell? Oh, wrong layer. You make this layer a little bit. Okay, so that gives us a little bit of a stronger look at the layers. So there's nothing even around this area that says it's that there are no supermarkets within 1 mile walk of anybody in this community. But this light yellow says there's 2 minutes within supermarkets within a 10-minute drive, and I don't know. But according to the map itself, they're saying that this area comprises a significant number of people in poverty with low access. So that's what each one of these red dots represents. So based upon your own assessment, then you're gonna have to put that map. Let's see. So this map, again, so you've got your, your 5 points, and you might not be able to get everything exactly in the legend. Well, actually, there is a way to do that. Let me see. If we go to print map with legend. Let's see. I forgot about that. And it's still not really giving us the full legend, but at least it does give us a cleaner map product with the legend. I don't know why I couldn't remember to do this, but senior moment. Then we still do the print screen, but it's going to be a much cleaner map. Paint, paste. Now I'm going to crop this off. But when I crop it, it's a much cleaner map. It has my oops. It has the scale on there. And I'll save this as demo, food asset map demo. With access layer. Save that. Boom. Paste that in this space, or insert it actually. And there that is. Okay, so now you notice, so you have your food resources and also the various layers included with the access map. And now you get to your essay. So, in looking at your maps here, and maybe not that map, but just really looking at this map, is your community a food desert? Why or why not? Is the USA supermarket access an accurate depiction of the status of food resources in your community? Is it or is it not? So, like I said, Save-A-Lot is not in that layer. Monroe Street Kroger is, but Save-A-Lot isn't. And also, since I don't think that, but there is a Publix now just out of range here. So again, these shared resources are not updated as quickly as perhaps the community's food landscape changes. Is there anything about the map that stands out or perhaps surprised you? Well, or even the whole process? And I did not know that I did not know the little pantry was there. I never had even heard of it, but obviously it's there. So I would have mentioned that. How could this asset mapping method be used to assist communities in mitigating the negative impacts associated with food deserts? That's where you would get into the reading. You know, again, the reading, look at various ways that, look at various approaches to food desert mitigation. And so that's where you kind of get into your reading assignments and some of the work that I and others have done. So, and of course, then last but certainly not least is, so you saved your map. Save your map there. And of course, you want to share the map. Share, there's link, make it public so that I can see it. So, and then take the link to your map, copy. Oh, after you hit that share button, hit the done button here at the bottom. If you don't hit that done button, it won't share it. Hit the done button, then boom, boom, paste, make the link live, and then you can upload this entire document. Yeah, then upload this entire document to the Dropbox. And that's it for the assignment. The second assignment for this week. And again, we will discuss it in detail on Thursday. And if you need any help on Thursday again, and we'll talk about it, and it won't be due till 11:59 at night. Does anyone have any questions?
Do you mind
Pretty
showing
straight.
us, do you mind showing us again how you save the Excel sheet as the CSV or something? Just
Okay.
to-
Let's see, where's the sheet? Okay. So if you start off with, let me just, all right. Oh, there it is. I thought, what in the world? Okay, so if you start off with your spreadsheet, like, in Excel format, then go to File, Save As, hit Save As. Then, of course, you're going to save it to some folder. Here's my current folder. See where it says Save As Type?
Mhm.
That's a drop-down menu, and then just select CSV, delimited, not CSV Macintosh, not CSV MS-DOS, CSV, delimited, and that will.
Okay.
And then again, when you save it and close it, you'll get all those weird error messages. Don't worry about those. Just click through those, and are there any other questions? Okay, so that is how you get your map built for the second project due this week. And I'm going to close, I'm going to stop recording right now, and then we'll move on to the next. We'll take a break, and then we'll move on to the final portion of class for today.